In this video, you're gonna get a free lesson on how to paint gold trim. Let me introduce you to Joel McCoy. He's a pro painter with a ton of experience. He's gonna give you a free lesson featuring the 40K model Harkken Worldclaimer. Along with this lesson, he gives several other in-depth lessons showing you how to paint this model from start to finish. If you want all the lessons that come with this model, then sign up for our Patreon, Knights Paint Pro, and become a patron today.
Hey, I'm Joel with Bitrith Master Painting. I was invited by Knights at the Game Table to do some painting tutorials for you guys. And today we're going to take a look at the gold armor on Harkken. Last time I did the black armor, but now we're going to do the gold trim. So, if I can get my camera situated here, we'll get started. I've already done a few spots, but we'll go ahead and do this spot here. It's real easy to see. So, we're going to use Reaper Antique Gold and Nuln Oil Citadel Classic, and also Reaper Hone Steel for the edge highlights. You could also use Reaper New Gold for the edge highlights if you wanted, but I like, as you can see on these ones I already did, that it makes it look a little more worn down on this guy, so we're going to use the Hone Steel instead. So let me get some gold on my palette here. Ordinarily I wouldn't put metallics on a wet palette like this, but this one is, you know, it's kind of dry. It's been out for a few days, so it's okay. Okay, so we're going to do this leg here. We'll just kind of go ahead and base coat him in the Reaper Antique Gold. You want to be somewhat careful because we've already done the black and all the highlights and stuff. But if you go over a little bit like I did right there, it's not a big deal. We can fix it. It's just more annoying to fix it at this stage. So the less of that you do, the better, pretty much. Working our way around here. Takes a couple of coats. These Reaper Golds aren't super covering, so even on the white, so it just takes a few, especially on the areas where I have overpainted before. It really show you just how transparent this stuff is. Probably fix anywhere that I go around the black after I do the wash, just because the wash might just cover it up anyway, so there's no need to really freak out about it too much at this stage. Take them off my little stand here so I can see better. I'm getting shadows on the. Put a bit more gold down because it's drying pretty quick. I need to redo my wet palette, but I don't feel like doing it tonight, so. Guess I'll just have to waste the paint. I do have some black here. I'm going to try to touch up a few of these spots. Alright, that's probably good for a base coat. Now, once you get the gold on there, we're going to hit the Nuln oil here and try not to spill it. I do have a little anti-spill thing that I bought, which is kind of nice. Alright, there's not really an amazing technique for this. You just kind of slop it on there. When I'm doing something like this, I like to try to get over the edge like that, so that, one, it fixes anywhere where I may have overpainted, and two, it makes a nice color border between the gold and what the other color, whatever the other color is. Not as important on the black, but, you know, if he was red, like some of my other Marines are, then it looks a lot better. And that's kind of strategically slapping this on. Don't have to use Nuln oil. There's other options for gold. Reichland Flesh Shade looks really good on gold. Agrax Earth Shade looks really good on gold. Those are all very good and valid options if you want to go that route. Spot there I need to fix once it dries. But otherwise it's looking pretty decent. Got another spot right there. I can fix that right now. Let's get a little bit of black and go in there. You want to be kind of careful painting things after you've applied Nuln oil, because it can do strange things. I got a little bit of pooling right there. When you get a little bit of pooling, just take a clean brush and just kind of dab it on there, and it will suck up most of it. I don't want to get rid of all of it, but just some of it there. Alright, we'll just wait for that to dry. I'm going to put a little bit more at the base of that skull thing there. Good. Alright, we'll just wait for that to dry, and then I'll do the highlight.
I hope you're enjoying this free lesson. There are several other in-depth painting lessons featuring world-class painters in our Patreon. Click the link in the description below and sign up to gain access to our full library of lessons right now.
You can see on the shoulder here, this is basically done. This is the technique. I mean, the gold, the wash, and a bit of a highlight, edge highlight of the honed steel. I've done some other parts here too, like the back of his armor here and the belt. I'm fixing to glue the backpack on, so I wanted to go ahead and get some of this stuff done that was kind of in the way of the backpack. So, and his helmet there. Did a little bit of silver on the bridge of the nose just to make it shine a little bit. Right, that area where I've messed up a little bit has dried some, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that black. I'm going to go in on that one spot very carefully. Touch that up with a bit of black. Now it's fixed. The Nuln oil will fix some of that stuff, but sometimes you can still see it, so it's good to get it fixed. Dry. It only takes a few minutes for that to dry. I can put him back on the metal. This little stand that I've got him on, all it is just an old paint pot that I've sprayed a bunch of times, and it has some sticky tack on it. And I just press them down onto that like that, and you get a nice cheap model holder. I do have one of the Citadel holders, but I still kind of use these a lot. Okay, it's getting there. Right, this is the Reaper honed steel. Again, put some of this on the palette. And I'll take a fairly small brush. It's got a nice point on it. Get some of that on there at a nice point, and on these edges you can hit it with the side of your brush is the easiest way to do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this here. Like that. And these little rivets, just tap them with it like this so that they stand out a little bit. You can also hit them with a little bit more Nuln oil if they don't really stand out quite enough. So we'll just hit the edge of that. Gotta be kind of careful because the Nuln oil is not completely dry yet. Those areas where I can't really hit it with the side of the brush, so I'm just trying to be as careful as possible. Trying to be careful around some of that Nuln oil. It still isn't really dry. That looks like a little spike right there. I'll have to get that later. Go back in with some of this gold and fix a couple of things that went a little nuts. Probably shouldn't have done that right there. I'll have to fix that too. This is the kind of the hard part. I'll hit that with a little bit of black in between there. Especially if you can't use the side of the brush, then you just have to try to be as careful as possible. Not really an easy way to do this. You don't want to go too nuts with it. I mean, it is supposed to look like kind of like weathering, so you don't want to do it like everywhere. Go ahead and just fix this little spot right here. Take some gold oil and kind of drag it through the middle here. Some of the silver got down in there. And that's basically the technique. Base coat gold, hit it with some gold oil or whatever wash you're going to use, and then do some edge highlights on it. And that's basically it. You just do that everywhere else on the model. I'm just going to this side here, this side over here. Yep, alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and do the rest of the model and doing that. And on the next video, I'll be doing some blood effects on the base down there, some blood pools and some blood effects. So thanks for watching.